In this video, I'm going to create our first React component. Now you don't need to follow along, although you can if you would prefer, but it's just going to be a quick explanation showing that React is a purely front-end library and how it reacts with the DOM once it's compiled. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to start with my HTML page here, and I have an extension called Emmet installed, so I can just type doc and hit tab, and it's going to fill in a starter HTML page here. I'm going to change the title to React component. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to have a container that React can look for to put the components into the page. So for me, I'm going to type in div and hit hash container, enter. And now I've got this container element that I can target inside of the JavaScript when I'm building React components. So the first thing I need to do is I need to include the React build into our page. So React comes in two components. There is React and there is the React DOM, which is for interacting. This is kind of like the bridge between React and the browser itself. So in React, we would build the components and handle the logic in the components, and React DOM would take those components and put them in the page. So I have links to those as script tags over here, and I'm just going to put them straight underneath here, and we've loaded that in. All right. So if I refresh my page here, you'll see I've got the React component title working up here, but I've got no content in the page because nothing's targeting this container yet. So in terms of the script tags here, I'm going to use one of the React global variables that are available. So we get, when we include the React scripts, we get React and we get the React DOM global variable available to us. So I'm going to type React DOM, capital there, .render, which is a function, and it takes two arguments. I'm just going to do a line return here. The first argument is a React element, so I'm going to use React.create element. Our first argument is the tag name, and I'm going to type h1. Our second argument, I'm just going to put as null for now, and the third argument is the children of the React component. I'm just going to put hello world. The second argument of the React DOM render function is the target container, so I'm obviously going to go put document query selector hashtag container. I'm just going to save this and let's rerun here in the browser. And as you can see, React has created this React element and it's put it inside of the DOM using React DOM in the target container that we specified. So wouldn't it be nicer though if we could write a React component and instead of writing it like this using React create element, we would just replace this whole lot with something like this. If I save that and I refresh it, it's not going to work because this is not valid JavaScript syntax. Well, in the next movie, I'm going to explain how we can set up a JSX environment, which is a syntax extension on the JavaScript language that allows us to include tag-based syntax like this in our JavaScript expressions. Now, typically when you're working with React, you're going to be working with JSX, but when the JSX is converted, it is compiled down to what we just saw in this movie. So everything that you just saw in this movie is what the browser understands. And we'll be writing JSX like this, and then our compiler is going to convert that back into what you just saw.